Today we're going to discuss a standing seam roofing system, and the biggest difference between standing seam and the other common roofing panels are the width of the panels are usually around 16 inches wide. A lot of the other ones are around 3 feet wide, and also all the screws are hidden so you do not see them from the ground.
We're going to start off with, we always like to do a complete tear off of existing material. On this particular job, there was a layer of standing seam already over 2 layers of shingles, and this job had actually leaked. It had only been on for around like 15 years. So we tore everything completely off to inspect all the decking and make sure that when we're laying them panels down and screwing them panels in, we have something solid that is going to hold them screws down. So we did have to replace a little bit of decking in the spots that were leaking. Then we're going to lay synthetic underlayment, and this particular underlayment is rated for metal, and so you'll see that that's just a moisture barrier between the wood and the back of the metal panel. Before we put any panels on, we have to go ahead and put on the rake trim. And when the rake trim is a piece, when your gables do this, it's that piece that runs up there. So we install that, custom fit that. Then we will start laying panels clear across. It's laying panels, locking it in at the bottom, snapping it in. This particular system is called a lock snap. While installing a panel, you will see that they are using waffle screws, and that is how the panel is held down. When we get to the other side, we've got a valley. Now the valley metal is also different with standing seam than it is for any other metal roof. And there's a lip where they'll bend that metal around and lock that in, and that'll help water ever get underneath there. So once we get all that done, we're gonna always check and make sure the ridge vent is cut in. Once again, this particular project, there was shingles over the ridge, and the ridge was not cut open. So we've got a good picture here showing the ridge being cut open so the roof can breathe properly. And then we will lay down the ridge vent pieces. Them are made to go on every single panel, and that'll help that roof breathe properly. This particular ridge cap, it's a clip system is what it's called. So you screw the clips in there, then that cap will snap over that. So once this job's done, there's absolutely no screws exposed. The only one on this particular job is where the pipe comes out of the roof. And unfortunately, that is one thing in standing seam and metal roofing that they've not figured out how not to have holes around the pipe boot. So that's the only part on this particular system that has any screws. And I kind of hate that being the installer, because there's 0% a chance of leak anywhere else. Unfortunately, eventually there may be an issue around that pipe boot years down the road. And then this particular job, we also put some ice guard up on there. We're gonna put new gutters up here soon, just so ice doesn't slide off in the winter and tear off the brand new gutters.